everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Falcons going up against the Broncos. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They run it here with Thompson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's the offense, and you got to talk about the guy that they nicknamed Bebe, Charles Demarius Thomas.
You worry about him catching the ball, but you're worried more about what he does after the catch. Big, strong, physical. He makes plays downfield.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive.
Anderson loses the football, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They run. Devontae Freeman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And for Coleman, if you combine the rushing and receiving yards, close to 1,000 last year. He had 8 touchdowns as well, and was just really a great 1-2 combo with Devontae Freeman.
An outstanding one, and just think, if he's on just about any other NFL team, he's probably the lead running back. And Devontae Freeman gets the bulk of the carries. But Coleman, when he does get his hands on the football, he really produces in a big way, speaking of the numbers you just gave.
So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be 1st down, Denver. on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. On second down, Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So out come the Falcons now. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Ryan on second down. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 40 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. And here we go. We get to see the... tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this: such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason, does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. That's exactly how it's supposed to react, and that's what you'll see in the Falcons locker room in the entire offseason. They'll talk about finishing, unfinished business, things of that nature. But we have seen where teams have not recovered from it. Remember the Rams? They got to a Super Bowl, got beat by the Patriots, didn't get back there again. The Broncos in 2013, #1 offense, #1 scoring offense. They didn't get back in 2014, but they did in 2015. So you can recover from it. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Ryan to throw. He completes it to Jones. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball, but when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. This is Coleman. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the field. We've got a 3rd and 11. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw is Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is. And I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a 3rd Pro Bowl in 2017.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And how about this? A fake. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Coleman. About 3 yards there to the 27. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence more. You don't go totally away.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This is turning into a bit of a death march here. The 13th play of this drive. On 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu from 3 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there was some...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Stiff-armed another.
You know how hard it is to fight that off?
And coming out now, the Broncos. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch. A dump off to Anderson. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make some... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Lynch. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Coleman now. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. 3 yards to go on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Coleman. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Coleman. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, and that brings up 4th down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And an alley to run. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put him through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now it's Ryan. A strong running. It's caught left side. Tammy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They come out here in the eye, and he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Ryan being chased out left. This is brought in by Hardy. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly. What your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Another pistol look here. From the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On second down, here's Ryan. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. After the interception, here's Lynch. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Over the middle this time to Fowler. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory. Flushed out right.
Wide open receiver complete. They get 31 yards that time. And it's a first down for the Broncos. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first and 10, it's Lynch. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, 30 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and the Falcons are going to get a first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here we go on 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So 3rd and goal. The defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
And they'll go on the ground. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone. And smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Lynch to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll throw on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. On second down, here's Lynch. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down, Freeman trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Here's Matt Bosher now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back to our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now it's Lynch. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run, and Anderson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up second down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They come out here in the eye. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. He'll look to throw. They will find his man for the first time. Demaryius Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's back to throw, escaping the pressure right, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looks defensively. Ryan. He's going to try and go deep again.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signs in the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them from the country. Yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Falcons going up against the Broncos. So let's get you out to Denver for the call of our game. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. They come out here in the eye. Falcons carry the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. On second down, Lynch. And his throw here is incomplete. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Now Lynch. And he slings one that's incomplete. Here's a look at the young Atlanta Falcons, although next year, obviously, everyone will be a year older. So rookies like Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Devondre Campbell, an extra year, well, their only year, but a year under their belt now to get better.
They're just young and growing, aren't they? I mean, I expect their play to continue to accelerate and elevate. And think about the building blocks they had in front of them. Second-year guys in 2016 who had big years. Grady Jarrett, a monster in the Super Bowl, tied a sack record in that game against New England. And Vic Beasley led the NFL in sacks for the regular season with 15 and a half, and also had 6 forced fumbles.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense?
Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 77 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On second down, here's Ryan. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be third down. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. 3rd and long, it's Ryan. And he gets it to a former Bronco, Jacob Tamme. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 1st down, it's Lynch. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos have taken the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they're going to go soft on the corners. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They come out here in the eye. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
DeMarcus Ware may be a veteran, but he's not just a wily one. He's a terrific producer. Still extremely difficult to block when he's rushing the passer.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. This is brought in by Hardy. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's going to loft one. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now Lynch on 1st down. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And that's complete to Sanders. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They come out here in the eye. They toss it left side to Anderson, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they want to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Coming right, this is Anderson on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson taking it in. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On first down, Ryan steps away to his left. That is incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Ryan. And the Broncos get there and take him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now Ryan. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And avoids the contact by sliding. The 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
And now Lynch. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch looking deep downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Jalen Collins. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Freeman again. And some room to maneuver. And he cuts left, and he's got an alley. And it's Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. On 3rd down, Lynch. And he fires one, but incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th down with Lynch. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got it at the 15. It's a big-time play there on 4th and 10. 61 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
From the red zone now, here's Lynch on in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Ryan. And Tammy with it over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll come out in the pistol. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Dancing to his left. It's caught, left side, Tammy. And that one results in 35 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now it's Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. Ryan will throw again. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Past the 20, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A pickup there of 36, and it'll give the Broncos a first down. 10th carry now for Anderson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run with Forsett. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Justin Forsett taking it in. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Welcome back now to Denver. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about Hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And Denver getting set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. He's played a great game and continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Paxton Lynch taking it in. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So the D-line's going to spread out. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So now 1st and 15. They come out here in the I. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. No, not a good sign here. He is still down on the field. And he's obviously an integral part of this offense. Second down following the run. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Ryan on second down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Ryan. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They start the drive with Anderson. Bulldozes past him. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Lynch is going to throw it. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Brooks Reed able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Here's Lynch to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now it's Ryan. And Tammy with it over the middle. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 49 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Julio Jones with an acrobatic catch. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
First down, here's the run with Anderson. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape of this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On third down, Lynch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the Falcons grab it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
My second body cost a lot.